Happy to see you today. Last Friday, I wasn't able to do a reading or at least record one. I mean, I do readings like sometimes multiple times a day in terms of using cards, but so I was excited to be able to do today because I'm teaching Reiki Level 1 this Friday. So I'm going to be doing that all day, which I'm super excited about because I love teaching and I love Reiki. Okay, today I'm going to use Mystical Women deck card. Um, and we're going to see. I mean, I'm not sure where you are. It's been pretty dreary today. And I'm like, I'm cool to like not leave my house at all, actually. But I did have to leave my house. Okay. Ooh, I like that one. Oh, that is Alyssa. And that is one of my kittens. She has a sister, Jinx. You might see her too. What else is today about for us? This is interesting. Nothing's slipping out, but things are like angling themselves out. That's really common with cards too. There'll be ones that are like a tip out, and it's like, okay, I'll take that one. Um, I like where this is going today. Because I feel like we all need it. And yes, I know retrograde, but here's my thing on retrograde. You still like are an adult if you're an adult. Know what I mean? So like retrograde is happening, but like, oh, okay. But like it we can all still navigate, or we can have the awareness that there's these heavy energies out there that we may be like, oh, like why am I revisiting this thing? Or oh, I just feel like lethargic or whatever. And it's like those are really normal feelings to have. But like still persevering and just sort of, not being the whim of the retrograde. Even when sometimes we're really at the whim of the retrograde, the retrograde, and there's nothing we can do about it, which is so annoying. I totally get it. Okay, I feel like that's a good message for today. 4 cards, I like it. And 4 cards is a pretty great reading. Sometimes it's like the first card is the past, the second card is the present, the third card is a future, and the fourth card is like a message from your higher self, um, or like an overall reflection of the reading. There are always lots of different interesting ways to interpret decks. So, as always, when you're using your own decks, do what you are feeling naturally called to do. Spirit's not making a mistake. It's not like, oh, there's only one way to do something. There's not, and that's my favorite thing about life is there are many ways to do things. Okay. Angel of Miracles. Oh, so pretty. Here. Boop. Angels shine a divine light of intelligence made of the highest and purest of the Holy Spirit. Angels bestow gifts and miracles upon you, appearing in many forms. A bird, a butterfly, an animal, or the brightest and only flower in blossom. When coincidences, synchronicities, and miracles start to happen in your life, you know that the angels are with you. I'm already like, ee. Ah. The angels also assist and guide you during life changes or challenges, comforting you to the next stage of your journey. Anything is possible with angels, so you can expect a positive outcome, knowing the angels have heard your prayers. And the mantra is, I believe in miracles. This was a good one to get today, don't you think? This is what spirit is saying, and also just in terms of personal growth and spiritual evolution, what this card means. we receive messages all of the time that are really from spirit. So I love that there was the acknowledgement saying, like, angels are bestowing gifts upon us and miracles. And sometimes I feel like we think miracles are really big things. And it's like, well, I'm waiting for a miracle. And it's like, how do you know you haven't had like five already happen to you today? Like, who are we to qualify a miracle? Because I just feel like the very fact that we're all like functioning and moving and how life works is pretty miraculous. And also, when spirit, angels, whomever is giving you these gifts, a feather on the ground, like something just for you, and you know, you feel it. We feel that feeling. That is totally um, our signal to be like, miracles are real, miracles happen, like good things are coming my way, even as I endure X, Y, and Z, or as I navigate through X, Y, and Z. Um, Coincidences, synchronicities, miracles, all acknowledgement of spirit being with you. I don't even, I feel like I've never been someone who was like, oh, what a coincidence. Like I've never felt like that. I've always felt like, oh, there's so much more to the story to this, like spiritually speaking, and everything happens for a reason, and all of these really like deep rooted and strong spiritual knowings of things. So to be able to take what totally has that, like, I feel like we've been conditioned to feel coincidence, but that, like, oh my gosh, what the heck, like that's what a coincidence. It's really like divinely orchestrated thing. So when we have synchronicities, it's like, oh my gosh, I had a dream about so and so, and then I saw them at the mall, or it's like, what a coincidence, or like, how synchronistic. Like, I had a dream of this, and then I did this thing, or whatever, right? Like, apply your own scenario, but that is divine communication. That's how it happens. So, really know that we have to open our heart to expect that, and to just also feel like we have worth. Like, I deserve miracles, I deserve daily miracles. Um, we all do, right? And how do we feel when we're still and just kind of like absorb that thought of like, I deserve. My heart is open to miracles. My heart is open for miracles. When we're still with our feelings, we then get to kind of explore and recognize, like, ooh, this feels uncomfortable. Okay, well, why does it feel uncomfortable for me to say that I have worth? So that becomes a healing goal for exploration, so that you can move through that and really authentically feel I'm worthy. And it truly is penetrating all the levels. It's pretty cool. And a work in progress. Okay, our next card today, um, Archangel. I'm gonna say it like the Ninja Turtle. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Raphael. He is one of God's holy angels whose role is to minister to God and his people. Raphael, which means God heals, bestows divine healing and miracles for people and animals upon the earth. For those of you who want to become healers, doctors, and care workers, it is comforting to know that you have an almighty angel ready and waiting to be of service. Summon Raphael to your side if you are in need of healing and support. He encourages you to surrender negative thoughts and replace them with forgiveness and love, as this will encourage your recovery and honor you with inner peace. The mantra for this is, I feel love and healing and surrender negative thoughts. I like that one. Okay, so let's pull this apart. Let's pull this card apart. So basically, when we're really struggling, or we're just kind of like wanting some spiritual connection. We want to feel that magical energy. It's real. It's a thing. We can really actually call to Archangel Raphael, and we can, in our minds, you can say it out loud if you want. I like to do both. I'm a versatile gal. But it really just is like sitting with and being like, okay, Archangel Raphael, like I want to feel your presence. I am open to the healing that you can bring to me. And for those of us who are healers, doctors, care workers, I'm gonna say if you're in the sort of helping and taking care of other people business, whatever it may be, this he's really great to call on, or they're really great to call on. I feel like I don't want to do gender pronouns because that just seems like something that isn't happening on the other side. Just a total side note. So Archangel Raphael, they is what I'm going to say. If you're doing that work, you can sort of channel their energy and ask them to like be a part of whatever sort of healing and helping service you're providing and doing. And um, like asking for that divine guidance. It's pretty cool. And I love that it's about animals too. So I think that's super important. If you have a pet, um, it it's feeling and picking up on everything in the house, not only on a human level, but on a spiritual level too. So I do strongly encourage you to consider Reiki for your animals. It's incredibly helpful, and so many animals have anxiety because no one is helping them process that out because it's like, oh, it's just the animal, but it's like the animal's a being with feelings, as are like the plants in our home. So it's like there's really this reality aspect to having animals. So you can also channel Archangel Raphael. And, if you're wanting to like just promote good health to your animals or like even the animals that like come in your yard, like I have lots of friends who come in my backyard and I'm like, hey, just call me Snow White. It's no big deal. Um, don't come near me, but you're welcome to hang out. And just really sort of have them protect, put healing energy around them. And if you've had an animal that has had surgery or you've had surgery, that's another great thing to consider Reiki because um, there's an unconscious trauma, even when it's what a simple routine surgery. That's kind of not the point. Um, in terms of surrendering negative thoughts and replacing them with forgiveness, this is a really hot button topic for people. The concept of forgiveness and what it means, and do I have to? I don't want to. Um, like, I totally believe that forgiveness is ointment to our healing. And I absolutely know it's a process. So I think if there are areas in your life in which you're feeling like forgiveness is an issue or a struggle, I also recommend that you get Reiki and work through the forgiveness thing with the energy healing. It's totally awesome. And I do remote treatment. So we don't have to live in proximity of you coming here, me going to your place. I just call you. I have tons of remote clients. It's so fun. So yeah, it's pretty cool. If you feel like you would love to try a session of Reiki with me, I would love to help you with some of your healing goals. Okay, self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. Okay, this one's for me. Okay. You have the courage and fortitude to lovingly assert yourself and your point of view. That's true. By doing so, you gain respect and support from your friends, family, and colleagues. Um, or you set boundaries and piss people off. and they don't want to talk to you. But sometimes that's a good thing. Everyone's in a different place. It takes boldness and integrity to stand up for yourself and be counted, especially when no one else is supporting you. Trust yourself and value your own opinions and judgment. Flying solo is a challenge that takes courage and confidence. This is your road to freedom. Become lion hearted and know that your best protection is your own spine. I love that. The mantra is, if it is to be, it is up to me. Hey, and spirit. Okay. Um, this card, I'm like, like I just like, yeah, I'm loving it. It's such a great reminder that we have to be able to be our own advocates. So, what works for me is about just that. And it really doesn't matter if someone else judges it or doesn't understand it, if someone else thinks that you need or I need to be doing something in a different way, or we're not doing enough. Um, and it's not to say there aren't instances when that is true. And we really do need to be able to self reflect, to move out of the ways in which we sabotage ourselves and just sort of navigate our own issues and move out of them. When you're in that place of sort of being able to manage yourself, and when as a healthy functioning person, being able to really just stand in your own authenticity. And this is me. And I joked earlier about pissing people off when you're like, hey, this is whatever, you know, I'm not available, or I'm not available, or um like here are the times I am available, or um maybe not even having a relationship with someone anymore, or changing the dynamic of the relationship that you have with them. There are so many shades to what this can represent. So apply it to your own life. Where are you struggling to just really stand your ground? And I love the term lion-hearted. It's so, I just love it. Our ability to be like, this is what it is. And whether or not someone else can accept that doesn't change what it is for us. That really is true strength. And we get there by acknowledging that we are and have that strength within us, even if that's not something that we initially believe in the beginning, because again, that's a process. This is part of the reality. Healing is a process, so you have to like work yourself through your dysfunctional scripts, the negative chatter that's happening in your head, and start to rewire how your brain operates. And that is a slow process of healing. And Reiki is such a wonderful support to that because it truly cleanses so many or toxifying things. I could go on forever, but really, really, really know that being able to trust yourself and do what you need to do and fly solo, it really does take courage and confidence, and it's within all of us to do. And for those of you who are like living this right now and just really feeling this right now, I applaud you because I know the work it can take to reach that place. And it's really liberating. Um, Something I've been saying to a lot of my clients lately when we've been talking about things, is a little mantra that I've adopted. Um, and it's with love, I don't give a fuck. And it's not meant to be mean or hurtful. It just really is like, with love, this is not my thing. This is your thing. So I don't need to figure it out and I don't need to solve it. You do. And that's a very powerful place to be in when we're able to understand what is ours to deal with and what is someone else's to deal with. And that's true strength. And to deliver it with kindness is a wonderful gift we can give. All right. Enlightenment. Pursue spiritual growth. See, you're supposed to get a Reiki treatment with me or get your Reiki level 1, 2, or 3 because I teach those too. Okay. Oh, I'll hold it up. They're like, hold it up, hold it up. Okay. Mirror. You have come into your own and are in search of something more meaningful to add into your life. Spirit, you already know. Now is the time to meditate, deliberate, self-evaluate, and withdraw voluntarily from the world to seek truth and solitude. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite. I'm a Cancer, so I'm a crab, and I'm like, I don't need to leave my house ever. In fact, I could totally be alone, and that would be fine. Me and my kittens. Rest and a quiet retreat away from the daily routine will allow you to consider enlightened decisions and go in the direction of your heart. This may also be the time to seek advice and spiritual guidance from a mentor or experienced person. I like it. I search for wisdom and mental clarity. That's exciting. I love, love, love this. Um, so we need more. Okay. Spirit is like, go deeper. Connect with someone who you feel like is able to facilitate your journey deeper into your next level. You have gifts and natural abilities that you are here to share with everyone and help out the world in whatever way that is for your journey to be. We really are all on this planet together, whether we like it or not. Here we are. Um, so we really need to challenge ourselves to take it even further, um, and really get away from the daily routine, the mundaneness of it, so that you can facilitate that type of space to connect with spirit in that way. So, stillness is a great way to do that. Going and connecting in nature, like they mentioned, a retreat at this point in time of me making this reading, we're in a pandemic, so a lot of us aren't really going to access the usual type of retreat thing. So feel free to get creative, and make something happen for yourself because that's self-care and it's super important to do. This was such a nice reading. I really appreciated the messages and how positive everything was, and just the reminder of like, release negative thoughts like when they come in, especially when we're retraining our brain and like working our way out of that thought pattern. We really we're going to be in the like catch the thought, reframe the thought, say the new thought until we don't have to anymore on that particular thing. So, oftentimes I'll refer with clients like being like a mental ninja with your thoughts and being able to like go through and I was like, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. And you're like correcting all of these incorrect thoughts. Cognitive behavioral therapy is a wonderful technique. Um, I use it all the time on myself, and I encourage all of my clients to use it as well because it's a really really sweet way to work through some of the thinking things. Also, getting the support of energy healing. It 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 totally, like, I want to be like it penetrates, but I'm like, we're not even like I'm like, no, I'm not real. Like we are, but we're moving. So, it's this kind of like, we're dealing with source, which is really freaking cool. So everything that needs to cleanse gets cleansed. which means we have more space for healing. Okay, I could go on forever, and that's another video. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to another reading. Bye.